Nick will be. What's up, sis? Shadow. I see your comment. You right. I fucking fell asleep. I would keep it a bean. Hey, Carolina Kid. Right when I saw your comment about the Cat Williams joint, I literally just I fell asleep watching that shit. I ain't even get through it. So we gonna watch some of it tonight. Was it good? Like the parts that I saw so far was good. The parts that I seen so far was good. But we got a lot of shit to cover today. Fucking Diddy being accused of allegedly shot a woman in the face and is now being sued by Cassie's friends. I ain't even I ain't even get into the Diddy shot me, not Sean. Whoa. When that shit happened with Sean. So they saying so the rumors is true. Sean did them years for Diddy. That's why Diddy made sure he was good when he got out, or he was Sean. He was gonna be next. And people was rumoring that like when it first happened, but we didn't have social media like that back then, so it was just hearsay. But that was the rumor for years that Sean took the rap for Diddy. He sat down for Diddy, and Diddy made sure that he was good. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. They were saying that. I remember when I was a young boy, because I fucked with Sean. I didn't like Sean at first because I thought he sounded like Biggie. But after that, I started to respect him. Oh, he a real gangster. And I was young as shit. You're gonna look up to gangsters when you're young and dumb. I keep forgetting to put this up in the top of the chat before I start. Yeah, we about to go over that. Um, Meek Mill finally denies uh being gay and fucking with Diddy. Well, that makes me feel a whole lot better. Right. Say it ain't so, Meek. That's the only thing I can say. Till we get to the truth, the only thing I can say about that is Sam. I'm just glad you finally said like at least denied it. Like, bro, like at least. Was the gun in jail? I don't know. We about to find out. Godfrey called in to Corey Holcomb to check Corey. I was watching his live stream last night, like 3 in the morning. I woke up and was watching it, and he was talking about it. And that's where I found out that he called Corey and checked him. And it's starting to seem like Michael James, what's up? It's starting to seem to me like Corey's a fucking hater. He's a fake friend. If you listen to what's that boy that used to be on Comic View, the short boy, used to be in all TI videos. What my name is? Shouty. You remember him? He did an interview on this podcast and he describes Corey. And it was exactly what I was seeing. He said once Corey got that podcast and got a little recognition, he went Hollywood and started acting different towards niggas that like he grew up with. He he like came into the game with Corey. Like him, Katt, and Corey all came in together. And he said Corey a fake ass nigga. And I suspected that. It's just You can tell the whole switch up. You can see when he start getting money, like the real money, or not even real money, more money than what he's used to. You can see it slowly. He gets cockier. And then it went from him just being plain cocky and ignorant and calling out the fakes and the frauds to him just hating on any and every comedian that was better than him. That's what I feel like right now. And then we got the Katt Williams went on Joe Rogan. So I'm pretty sure that was an interesting conversation. I'm still mad at you motherfuckers from last night though. Fuck y'all. You was here last night, you know why. Got me all excited. Carolina kid, I ain't talking to you and Mr. Knowledge. If Corey don't be careful, eventually people are going to start to see that. Like he started talking about dudes he vouched for that came from 150. Right. And it seems like anytime Corey Holcomb got a pound with somebody, all of a sudden that person was either like doing business with a gay person, living with a gay person. It's always the same argument. Like everybody gay. And if y'all was cool and you don't fuck with shit like that, why did you wait until y'all had beef to say something? And you said what we do, Caroline Key, you off the hook. Y'all niggas got me all excited, thinking I was gonna give me a loud pack last night. And we fell short, motherfuckers. Still ain't smoked. I've been puffing on this goddamn vape pen all day. So we're gonna let a few more people get into the building. I was gonna talk about Tyler Perry too, because like I felt this way about Tyler Perry for years, but now everybody, yeah, I got pump faked, but everybody is starting to feel the same way. And then like at first with Tyler Perry, it was like, remember to hit that like button as y'all come in. It was like people were happy to see black movies. We were happy that, he was giving black stars an opportunity. But as time went on, movie after movie after movie, and I think this last movie that he dropped with Kelly Rowland was the last straw. It's the same shit. And then it's like, when are you going to paint black people in a good light? Especially dark niggas like me. When are you going to paint us in a good light? Dark men and dark-skinned women, he paints them in the most horrible light. He either paints the women as being abused or sinister, and then black men, like dark-skinned black men, they're the evil one, and then these women get saved by the light-skinned nigga. That's how I felt. And I felt like there were no real good roles for black men. Like he just, it seems like he only highlights the worst of the worst. And I feel duped. Spike Lee told us from the very beginning, and everybody told Spike, shut the fuck up. Everybody told Spike Lee, shut the fuck up, and now they agree with him. Did Diddy shoot women in the face? Why everybody keep... Oh, so Diddy was arrested? Because I keep seeing these Diddy arrested videos, but I ain't see no actual footage of him arrested. Nope, nobody passed the plate around to the other side, Carolina. So we're gonna start out with this Diddy video. See what we got going on here. Those are probably clickbait. They pay them no mind. Yeah, that's why I never clicked on it. Until I like see it everywhere. Like actual pictures. I thought it was full of shit. So let's start with this Diddy situation. See what we got going on here. Because I ain't even watched this yet. Matter of fact, majority of the videos that I'm about to play, I ain't watch yet. I either watched like a small piece of it just to get the concept, or I just didn't watch it. Like the Diddy situation, I ain't like this part right here. I never watched it, but I had already had previous knowledge of it, so I was like, all right. Remember to hit that like button as y'all come in. Support the channel. Hit the Cash App. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Venmo. Share this video. Subscribe.
Hey, how you doing? So, here today about this latest lawsuit with the P.Diddy, Puff Daddy, Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs, whatever you want to call them, lawsuit that has come out involving the producer Little Rod. So basically his last two lawsuits, or last two major lawsuits, the one with Cassie, she made mention that Puffy made her carry his guns into nightclubs and wherever they went. And he threatened her to make her feel like she had to do so.
Yup, and that's what they were saying. Why J-Lo left. Why that was the last straw for J-Lo. Because she didn't want nothing to do with, allegedly, she didn't want nothing to do with that. And he forced her to pack the gun.
And
then that shit
while
happened.
there were lots of things of importance, that stood out to me. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah, Lil Rod is.
In this lawsuit with the producer Little Rod, they were both SA'd by him and threatened and physically harmed. But in this lawsuit, he appears to be a very young producer to me. But he said something very specific. As a means of threatening him, Puffy said, "That's why I shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let..."
Wow. Now the threats come in. Okay. Now the guy's story sounds a little bit more believable. Why would Diddy say that and then the actual victim say it was Diddy that shot me? And how would he know that unless Diddy used that to threaten him? Message!
Shine take the fall for it. Let me tell you why that's a shot up the club in New York back in 1999 and let Shine take the fall for it.
Yeah, I was only 9 years old.
Let me tell you why that's of utmost importance to me. Because I am the woman who he shot in the face in that 1999, December 27th.
She said, I am the woman who he shot in the face, meaning Diddy. You said he did Sean dirty, shaking head. My boy lost so many years of his life, but Diddy compensated him with like $10 million though. Sean living good right now. I think Diddy gave him a meal for every year he did. I mean, Sean had to tell him, like, if you don't give me my money, I'm killing you, nigga. Sean had to tell him, you don't come up off that paper, I'm gonna kill you. But I wouldn't have took no bullet for that nigga like that.
1999 Club New York shooting. I have told everyone ad nauseum since then, even the surgeon who did the surgery to take the bullet. I got shot in my face with a 9mm hollow point bullet called a cop killer.
Damn.
This
nigga was packing nines full of cop killers, bro, and you shot a woman in the face? Whoo. Diddy, this is over. And didn't I say this? I was like, watch, the floodgates have opened. Floodgates have opened. Yeah, man, this shit is crazy, bro. I can't believe motherfuckers did that, bro. Carolina Kid, appreciate the donation. If anybody else wants to donate, you can donate through the Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Oh, let me respond to that. Oh, I did reply. But if anybody wants to donate, put something on that loud pack. Don't let me down tonight, family. But you can do that through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. It's all on the screen. All the information is pinned to the top of the screen.
Have told everyone and never changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time. Even the surgeon who did my
Neek with B,
surgery
love you,
to
sis.
take out
Appreciate the
part of the bullet
donation.
fragments that was aspirating.
All right now. All right now. We at 13. Don't let me fall short tonight, motherfucker.
Into my lungs and try to remove as
But
many
she's
bullet
saying
fragments as
she been saying this from the very
and
get go.
never.
That's how you knew that money and power do affect certain situations. Because if she's been pointing him out the entire time, which I believe she did, and they still threw Sean under the bus and under the jail, that's a fucked up system. The victim is pointing at the man who really shot her. But in the court of law, if they can stack up some evidence, blaming somebody else for it, ain't nothing. It's really nothing that nobody could do. This the lady that Diddy shot in the club allegedly. Well, she not allegedly. She's saying it. Remember when Sean and Diddy had that club situation and the lady got shot in the face? This is her, and she's claiming, and she's now saying, well, been saying this, but she was never heard. She's saying it wasn't Sean, it was Diddy. I watched him, and he shot her in the face with a 9mm cop killer bullet.
Changed what I said. I watched him. I got pow-powed in the face. I watched him fire the gun. I've said it all this time.
She said wow.
Even the
Wow. So you mean to tell me this lady was in court and she watched that nigga shoot her in the face, and her testimony alone didn't blow that bullshit story he had out the water? One thing I agree with that Charleston White said. He said it's different when you have the actual witness in the courtroom pointing you out saying, no, he did it. It's hard to convince a jury otherwise. So I'm starting to think motherfuckers was paid off.
surgeon who did my surgery to take out part of the bullet fragments that was aspirating into my lungs and try to remove as many bullet fragments as possible testified in the criminal trial that while they were putting me under, I was screaming, Puffy, pew pew me in the face.
Damn, even the surgeons can testify allegedly that she was screaming, Puffy shot me in the face. That's crazy.
He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it.
Damn.
When he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice.
I knew it. He had to pay other people or other witnesses off to make her look like she don't know who shot her because she got shot and in the face. But I'm pretty sure you're going to see the person pointing the gun in your face before they shoot. Unless it wasn't close range and it came from across the room. But bro, that's fucking crazy. You shot a woman in the face and really that lets you know what type of person he is. He couldn't even own up to his own shit. He shot this woman in her face and refused to own up to it. Instead of owning up to it, you put it on your mans.
And all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that.
He even paid the club owners to hide the video. Without the video, is her word against his. He said Puffy was throwing rice out or rice. You said throwing out bread at a rice bread like rice in a wedding. Oh my bad. He said Puffy was throwing out bread. I figured that there's no way that you can have a witness point you out and say he shot me and still get away with it and get somebody else blamed for it. That don't make sense unless somebody was paid off.
He testified in the criminal trial. It is in the record. They all knew he did it. Everybody knew he did it. But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide.
He even knew the lady name.
But he paid off the club bouncer named Sharice and all these other people and the club owners with their video to hide the video. That's his MO. I told everybody that. This man almost took my life, has traumatized my life, has caused undue harm, irreparable damage to my life, lied his behind off. I've had all these youngins on the internet harassing me, swearing that I'm making it up that he did it. And look what he did to Little Rod. He threatened him. Oh, you don't think I bust my gun? I shot up the club in Club New York and let Shine take the fall for it. I shot them people.
This is crazy.
Well. It only took 24 whole years for it to come out. You see this tattoo? This commemorates me getting shot. It took 24 years.
He said,
for
Diddy
him to
throwing
come out and say it.
bullets.
I've been saying it all along, but y'all pick and choose who y'all want to believe. Oh,
would they be able to reopen that with his testimony? Would they be real? Would they be able to reopen that, or you can't trial somebody for the same thing twice? Can you do that? Can you reopen it?
baby, you ain't seen nothing yet. Not only did he pew me in the face, he also set off a course of harassment against me for the past 24 years.
That's crazy. Not only did you shoot this woman, you paid people to harass. Yo, Diddy's a sick man. If this is true, Diddy's very sick, bro. He deserves to be in the position that he's in. I never liked him. I always thought something was rotten and dirty about him. He just never sat right with me. Him and Jay-Z. I'm going to say that till I'm blue in the face.
When I tell you the things I went through,
shout out to all Urban Central.
In 2017 and 2018 where I got 7 flats on my BMW. 7, the same tire, in a 2-year span. 7 on the same tire, and they were all new.
Oh, that's crazy, Diddy.
Every time it happened, I had to get a new tire. I have the pictures to prove it.
That's some fuck nigga
harassing shit. Me. You want to know why? Because prior to Cassie, I was the only person to be victimized by him and then to successfully sue him and get paid. And he had to pay me out of his pocket.
Wait. I never knew that. You paid, he paid her off? The fact that he paid her off lets you know that nigga guilty. You paying people off.
Tire, and they were all
the radar with Cassie, though.
Every time it happened, I had to get a new tire. I have the pictures to prove it. Harassing me. You want to know why? Because prior to Cassie, I was the only person to
Right.
be victimized by him, and then to successfully sue him and get paid. And he had to pay me out of his pocket. He has never gotten over that. Oh, baby. You see this RICO charge that's about to come? This conspiring and pew-pewing up the club and ruining or attempting to ruin my life? As God is my witness, I will not stop until you suffer every single iota of.
Yeah, but if you paid him off, but wait, if you got paid off, that means there was some type of agreement. I mean, she would have to stop talking about it. Wouldn't that mean wouldn't that be part of the deal if he did pay her off? So wouldn't she be breaking that deal? Either way, you know, it's fucked up. Like, bro, what type time you be on?
Punishment until I have every second of recompense that you took from me. For every tear that I had to cry or my children had to cry, I am going to get $1 million back from you. I will not stop until you pay the price for what you did to my life. And for all you people out there on the internet and in cyberspace and in the far reaches of my life or the
Yeah,
perimeters or
break the deal.
wherever, who always like, oh, she just saying that to get some. Hell, what you got to say now?
Yep.
What you got to say now? I had some youngins on the internet that ain't even old enough, that weren't even alive when it happened, arguing me down, cussing me out, calling me everything but a child of God. Go check Instagram. It's there. Harassing my life.
Yo, that's crazy.
Harassing me. Oh, you lying. He ain't do that to you. You just want clout. You just chasing clout.
That's
What is that
crazy.
to chase clout about? How is that clout chase worthy? It doesn't even make sense. Well,
And how you going to tell somebody who was shot in the face, who saw the man who shot her in the face, that she chasing clout? That's crazy. The internet is a sick place.
I guess it would make sense in this new generation. But you better believe I will have my say. I will have my say. Hashtag having my say. Hashtag the dopest nerd ever. Hashtag Eb Talks. Y'all ain't seen or heard nothing yet.
This is crazy, bro.
I've had my say. The best and the rest is yet to come.
That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. That's ridiculous. I can't believe, yo, that's some crazy shit. Let's get into this Godfrey shit. Because apparently he called that nigga. Apparently he called that nigga in the middle talking shit. I ain't even catch that part.
Calling me.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Let's see
He
what
tried to laugh it
I'll be
off
back,
like it
bitch.
was fun. Like it was funny.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hi, Godfrey!
Yeah, Darlene said hi. What's up?
When did I call? A couple days ago, right?
Yeah, we had
I
already
did it last
we
Tuesday.
taped it last. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I said, Donnell is
Wait.
funny to me. Donnell is
Wait.
funny to me. To me. But
That's okay. I ain't got nothing against
Right,
y'all
you
thinking
can't
he's
get mad
funny.
because I like somebody that's
But
funny. I
Godfrey,
said Donnell is
answer
funny.
my question. I want to make sure it's clear.
Yes, sir.
When
What's
you
up?
called me and talked to me,
Yes.
Duval, peace and welcome.
had you already recorded that show?
Yeah, I did. Because how many days ago? I called you, what, 4 or 5 days ago? What? Because we tape on Tuesdays. Did I call you after Tuesday?
Yeah, you called me Wednesday morning or
Wednesday
Tuesday
morning,
night.
right. And I said, I ended up being right because Dante said, yo, Godfrey, you was right. I said, I told you. Corey didn't just start that shit. I said it was some bitch ass shit that Donnell is fucking interrupting you on stage. And I said, I
Okay,
think Donnell.
Godfrey.
What?
Godfrey. Well,
What?
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Why did you guys have? Who is that dude? The white dude.
What white dude?
The white dude who was reading from off camera.
Ah, shit.
Oh, we got our
He's the
producer,
producer.
Mike.
Tell him I
He
said
just
I don't want
reads.
none.
Yeah.
Is that your roommate?
What? No. I don't have no.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question, Godfrey.
Yes. There you go with the fuck shit. So you don't be knowing everything. You be putting gay people in the vicinity of people who ain't even around these niggas. You said that he was a roommate with a gay stripper. See, this is what I mean. Corey be putting out false information, acting like he got the whole scoop on Hollywood, and he's totally fucking wrong. Oh, Sigma, what's up?
Camera.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we got our
He's the
producer.
producer.
Mike.
Tell him I said I don't
Reads.
want none.
Yeah.
Is that your roommate?
What? No. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question, Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking you a question.
Yes, sir.
Do you live with a Caucasian male that's gay?
No.
Oh, hold on. Did you used to?
Never. Why?
What?
Who
Godfrey,
said that?
it's Corey.
I've never met. Why would I live with a Caucasian man that's gay?
That's what you told me.
No,
You said your roommate was gay.
Are you out your goddamn mind, Corey? What
Oh
the?
my God.
I've never done. When? I've lived with a woman.
See, there, see. I knew he was on some shit because it's the same excuse with everybody. It's the same excuse with everybody. You live with this gay person, or you got this gay person on your team, and you got that gay person on your team. Everybody just got a gay person on their team. To Corey, you know, it'd be funny if he had a gay person on his team.
A black woman, which everybody knows. What are you talking about?
Godfrey.
I'm telling.
So I'm crazy. You ain't never told me
I've never
you had a
told you.
roommate and one day he.
You sound crazy to me. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm taking the gloves off. I'm not gonna. I know I sound biased, but I am now because Corey seems like a fake ass nigga who started bugging out like this as soon as he got a little recognition on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might be projecting because you swear you keep putting these gay allegations on everybody. And usually when a person got the same excuse for different people, they're projecting.
He had some girls over and y'all was fucking.
Oh, no. Listen, I brought.
What happened with the girls when the girls were over
Hold on.
with the gay
When I
guy?
lived in Harlem, I lived on my own. The story was Modi, my friend who's gay.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was fucking with women at the time. We had these two girls that wanted to go, they wanted to fuck. So I was like, yo, Modi, check it out. Let's go to my house and we can smash these chicks because I live in a brownstone. You could be in the living room with her and I'm going to go to the bedroom. And so.
Wow, he told you that his gay friend, when he was straight, was fucking, he brought, two biddies back to the house with the friend that's gay now. But at the time he wasn't. How'd you get living with him? Where'd you get he was living with him at that? Out of that?
When they started arguing, the girl wouldn't give up the shit. He started arguing. I came out the bedroom. I go, what y'all arguing about? Then he goes, that's why I suck dick. I don't know how you deal with these women. That's the story.
But wait, Godfrey, let me get this right. Okay, let's just say I got the story wrong. But I do want to get this right, Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, you ain't get the story wrong. You knew what the fucking story was. You just exaggerated it. Don't try to play it off now. See, this is what I don't like. When he's wrong about something, and if he does admit that he's wrong, he try to hurry up and switch the subject. Or try to, smoke screen, deflect.
Went with a gay man who felt like fucking some bitches that day to your place.
He just told you that he wasn't gay at the time. He literally just told you the man wasn't gay at the time. See, this is how you know you don't listen. You only hear Corey only hears what he want to hear. He heard gay and concocted his own narrative because he literally just told you what happened and you heard him word for word and still twisted it. That's why I stopped fucking with Corey, bro. Because at first I was a fan, but then it seemed like he was just twisting and turning people's words, and then on top of that, like I said, he has the same argument for every single person he gets into it with.
On the show.
He goes, that's why I suck dick. I don't know how you deal with these women. That's the
But
story.
wait, Godfrey, let me get this right. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just say I got the story wrong. But I do want to get this right, Godfrey.
Yes, sir.
You went with a gay man who felt like fucking some bitches that day to your place and y'all fucked some hoes. I just want to get it right.
No, hold on.
He just
came
told you.
out after the fact because, you know, him being Jewish, he had to hide it. He came out after. That's why I told you my friend gay. He's gay because he's come out years later. Do you understand?
Hold on, wait, Godfrey, but you said after he got into it with the bitch, he said that's why I suck dick. So is that when you found out?
That's when he came out. Obviously, see, you're trying to yeah, selective hearing like a motherfucker, bro. Instead of admitting that he's wrong, he's dancing around the point. I know somebody very close to me that does that all the fucking time, every single day. Can never admit that they're wrong, and then they sit there and dance around the fucking point and act stupid like they don't understand what the point is. That bothers the fuck out of me.
He was gay at that moment?
No, I started laughing because it was like, what the fuck? So he told me on the spot. That's why I sucked it. And I laughed because I was like, yo, what the fuck, Modi? Because I didn't have a fucking gay roommate. What's wrong with you?
Godfrey, that's what, okay, let's just say I misunderstood it. Let's
the
just
fuck
say that.
understood
Let's say
You didn't misunderstood. You wanted to misunderstand. You wanted it to be that way so bad that you only selectively heard certain parts and then twisted your own narrative. That's what it sounds like to me, because he literally just did it right in front of our faces. The man told you exactly what he told you. You heard him and still try to twist it. That's crazy.
I misunderstood it, but hold on, Godfrey. I'm trying to make sure it's clear. I'm trying to make sure it's clear. So you went.
And last night, Godfrey was explaining how him and Corey been friends for years, and you know, they came up together and this, that, and the third. And I had put in the chat, no friend is that quick to throw somebody under the bus. You know, it seemed like he always had some type of hate or envy for Godfrey, because if we've been friends for a very long time, him just simply saying, I don't believe Darnell is mild, I think he's a funny guy, and you go and throw him under the bus and accuse him of being gay or living with a gay roommate, that you wasn't no fucking friend, nigga. There was some type of envy going on there, and you just needed a good reason. A good enough reason to him. You just needed a reason. Because you don't throw somebody, you don't do that quick. If that's your friend, you ain't calling, none of that. If you felt some type of way. Same thing with Hassan Campbell. I said with Hassan Campbell threw academics under the bus. If that's your homie, that's your brother, that's your man's, you got that nigga number. Y'all obviously got each other's numbers. If you felt some type of way, you should have called him. But instead, you went straight to your show and concocted a narrative. That's that's hoe nigga shit. And that's what bothers me the most. He's always calling somebody a hoe nigga and bitch ass nigga, but you got bitch nigga hoe nigga tendencies, bro. Going on Jerry Springer itself is a bitch hoe nigga tendency, my nigga. And then you on there fighting bull dykes, slinging around bull dykes. That's hoe nigga shit. But to be fair, that lesbian was talking about how much of a man she was, and she lives her life like a man. And then as soon as he said, "Let me show you, you're not a man," and gripped her ass up. As soon as she got backstage, y'all gonna let him touch a woman? Hold up, you was a man 5 minutes ago.
Went to your house with a dude to fuck some bitches, and you found out he was gay later on.
On the spot. That's right. And this is like 98.
Even though he said, after he got into it with the bitches, he said, that's why I suck dick.
And I said, damn, you're gay?
That's when he found out, nigga. What the fuck do you keep trying to like push that narrative for? He literally said, When he said that, that's when he found out. And what was he supposed to stop doing? Was he supposed to stop being friends with him? Because he gay? I got childhood friends that I grew up with. I mean, we knew that nigga was he in the crib. I tell y'all this story all the time. The nigga used to get all the bitches. He looked like Prince. Look, he like a Puerto Rican prince, but gay, like really gay, and used to get all the baddest bitches throughout middle school. And then finally in high school, he admitted he was gay. But all the dudes knew he was gay. I don't hang with the nigga. I haven't seen him in years, but I say what's up to him when we, pass each other by on Facebook. I'm not gonna stop being friends with somebody because they're gay. Long as you don't bring that shit my way, we cool. And I just won't never be alone with you. We won't ever hang out alone. It gotta be a group. Whenever I did back in high school, whenever we all hung out, it was like 30 people. You know how kids hang out in groups. So, like, bro, you coming off as a homophobe, and that ain't good.
House with a dude to fuck some bitches, and you found out he was gay later on.
On the spot. That's right. And this is like 98.
Even though he said, after he got into it with the bitches, he said, that's why I suck dick.
And I said, damn, you're gay? And he's like, yeah, but I can't tell you I'm bisexual. I was like, God damn, dude. And I laughed because it was some funny shit.
Godfrey from Chicago. There is no bisexual, brother. There's only dick and...
Another thing. Have you ever heard anybody? He always talking about I'm from the streets of Chicago. Chicago this, I'm from the streets. Has anybody from Chicago ever vouched for Corey? Like any street niggas? His age? From Chicago ever say, yeah, Corey was in them streets? Because I've never heard anybody vouch for this. He always claim he in these streets. I'm in these streets. Nigga, you live in Hollywood. Ain't no streets in Hollywood. Will only street you on is Hollywood Boulevard. Walking with the stars. What the fuck is you talking about? Not that I know of neither. When I like really think about it, nobody has ever vouched for this nigga.
In the ass or no dick in the ass.
But if I find out on the spot, is it my fault? Is it my fault?
No, it's not.
Is it my fault? So Corey,
yes, it's your fault.
It's his fault that he didn't know his friend was gay? It's his fault. Because I know some niggas out there that can hide that shit very well. Shit, they do it in Atlanta every day. There's niggas out there that's stone cold gay with whole wives and families living two separate lives.
You go on 5150 and say Godfrey gay, you a fucking asshole. You're an asshole, Corey. Because I'm
talking to you while my show going on.
Listen, first of all, I don't even read for gay roles. So I don't even know.
Your first role on Soul Plane, your name was Gay Man.
It was Gay Man.
Yeah, but Gay Man is an African name, jackass. Dumbass. Gay Man is an African name. Is a common African name. So I've heard. Let's Google this. Is the last name Gayman common in Africa? Hold on. Gayman, African surnames in Europe or Indian surname. Yes, it's very common. What? Hold on a second, y'all. Hey, you'll get your app. Hold on. My wife, it's a mouse in the bathroom. And my wife jumped out the shower. It's a mouse. We got a mouse problem in our building. And the mouse apparently is sitting by the toilet while she trying to. She just ran out the bathroom butt ass naked. All right, back to what I was saying. Yo, can you shut the door? You got this. My bad. I had to shut that door.
Oh, it was gay men. My fault.
That's right. And what did I say
Godfrey,
in Soul Plane?
stop!
What did I say in Soul Plane? What was my line?
I had a cat at my previous home, and the motherfucker kept getting out and leaving for like 2 days and want to come back whenever he wants. And I'm not gonna keep buying flea collars. So I was like, you know what? You want to stay out there? Stay out there. But I do want to get another one because the first night the cat caught like 4 or 5 mouses in the first night. And within like the first couple weeks, we ain't seen not one mouse in the house. But yeah, this building, when we moved into it 3 months ago, our first fucking day, a fucking mouse ran across my room. And I'm like, bro, we ain't even get our shit in here yet. How the fuck? But, shit, that's what it's like when you're living in the hood, though. Yo, I saw the, you ever see that one video that Tony Baker did the voiceover with a cat, with the dudes in the bathroom with the big ass mouse, and the cat was scared of the mouse too? That shit is hilarious.
What was my line?
But yeah, gay men is common in Africa. He was playing an African man. He was playing an African man whose last name was Gayman. Common in Africa. I just Googled it.
So
Yes,
Corey,
this with the bitches. He said that's why I suck dick.
and I said, "Damn, you're gay," and he's like, "Yeah, but I can't tell you I'm bisexual." I was like, "God damn, dude!" And I laughed because it was some funny shit.
Godfrey from Chicago. There is no bisexual, brother. There's only dick in the ass.
I don't believe that neither. I don't believe in bisexual. I don't give a fuck if you swing with women's at the same time. Once something go up there, you in my eyes, my humble opinion, he's gay. Apparently Godfrey's gay now. And he twisted the story that Godfrey told him. Godfrey told him that his friend, who's gay now, at the time, was messing with these 2 women, and Godfrey took them all back to their house and went in the room to smash his chick, and overheard them arguing. And he comes out to find out what's going on, and the dude says, "That's why I like to, fuck with glizzies." And admitted to Godfrey that he's bisexual then and there. Corey twisted the story and said that it was his roommate and he knew he was gay. Like, Corey took the story and twisted it. But no matter how you slice it, or if the story is true or not, if you was that man's friend and you was as close as y'all claim that y'all was, it wouldn't have been so easy for you to throw him under the bus like that and put his personal business out. You's a fuck nigga for that.
It's a no dick in the ass.
That's whole nigga shit. Yeah, the dude says this. But this is whole nigga shit, though. This is female tendencies. That's female tendencies. For you to, somebody disagree with you slightly, and he's supposed to be your friend, and you go to the world and basically imply that he was gay and had a gay roommate when it wasn't that wasn't the truth. Twist the narrative and to make him seem gay. That's whole nigga shit. That's female tendencies. Corey has a lot of fucking. He's always talking about females and this, that, and the third, but he has a lot of female tendencies. All right, now $5 short. Don't do me like that tonight. Don't do me like that tonight. Anybody else want to donate? You can donate through the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Remember to hit that like button as you come in. Share this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hitting that subscribe button.
After he got into it with the bitches, he said, that's why I suck dick.
And I said, damn, you're gay? And he's like, yeah, but I can't tell you I'm bisexual. I was like, God damn, dude. And I laughed because it was some funny shit.
Godfrey from Chicago, there is no bisexual, brother. There's only dick in the ass or no dick in the ass.
But if I find out on the spot, is it my fault? Is it my fault?
Right. Anybody that can publicly call their own daughter a bitch and say, fuck her, I can make another one, is the devil. Because I don't know how many people in the chat, how many men in the chat that have daughters or even kids, but a man's love for his kids, especially his daughter. See, the difference between a son and a daughter to a man is the son is the man's pride. The daughter, that's his love and the thing he wants to protect most. So for him to come out and just be that dismissive of his daughter for simply agreeing with her mother. And the thing about it is, Corey was the one that made me realize how much influence mothers have over children. So for you to, be the one to expose that, and then when it happens to you, you just like, fuck that bitch, I can make another one. You never really cared about that little girl. You could tell by his jokes when he makes his jokes about his kids. He don't give a fuck about them kids. Jaded, what's up, good brother?
Is it my fault? So so
yes,
Corey,
it's your fault.
If you go on 5150 and say Godfrey gay, you a fucking asshole. You're an asshole, Corey. Because I'm not.
I'm talking to you while my show going on.
Listen, first of all, I don't even read for gay roles. I don't even read for gay roles, so I don't even know.
Your first role on Soul Plane, your name was Gay Man.
It was Gay Man.
Gay men. But that his character wasn't gay. What does African man with the last playing a character of an African man with the last name Gayman have to do with him being gay? The character wasn't gay. Matter of fact, didn't he have a scene when he was in the hot tub with the women?
Yeah. Oh, it was Gay Man. My fault.
That's right. And what did I say
Godfrey,
in Soul Plane?
stop!
What did I say in Soul Plane? What was my line?
And he defended it. Yeah, I forgot. He got offended in the movie when somebody implied it. Like hold on. In the movie, when he first says his name and somebody, kind of makes fun of it, he gets offended. Even the character gets offended that you imply. Sorry. Just drank a whole bunch of soda. Got the fucking hiccups like a motherfucker. Well, burping, not the hiccups. I'm burping. Ain't no gay thoughts in this head. You can't even say you got the hiccups no more. Pharaoh done fucked it up for everybody. Oh, but even the character got offended when in the movie when he announces his name and they imply what Corey is implying. I have to extra with it. I don't know what that means, Manzit. What you mean by that?
What
I
was
didn't
my
say
line?
what your line was. I just
Quad,
said
you fucked it
your
up for
first
everybody.
roller when you got Soul Plane, you
So
was
now,
gaming the
I'm a
pilot,
gay
right?
dude. Now I'm a gay dude on Soul Plane.
You
No,
see?
that's what I'm saying. God,
You see what I mean? When he's wrong about something, he continues to try to like pick apart other shit instead of simply admitting that he was wrong. You try to grab something else and spin a narrative on that too. We just watched him spin the narrative twice, back to back. And I feel like a lot of people, like when they start, liking these YouTubers, and these YouTubers start, and if they get to a certain level, it doesn't matter how much fuck shit they'll do. If they got their core following, it's gonna look right past it. It don't matter how much fuck shit they clearly keep doing in front of their faces. If you got a core following, them niggas they're not going what's the name? They're not going, you know, they're not going to pay attention to the fuckery.
Godfrey, these are just facts. Now
I
you
know
cleared
they
up the
facts,
roommate shit.
but
You cleared
gaming.
up the roommate shit. Now it wasn't a roommate. It's just y'all
But
went
why
over
do you
there.
See, he's still trying to imply it. Like you still trying to spin the narrative. You just admit you're wrong. That's female tendencies right there. Now I'm not saying this is every woman, but most of the women that I've came across have a very, very hard time in taking accountability or admitting that they were wrong. Especially that one in there. I'm telling. I know that shit firsthand. They'll dance around the point and just to not take accountability or admit that they was wrong. And that's a female tendency that Corey has.
Said your first roller when you got Soul Plane, you
So
was
now,
gaming the
I'm a
pilot,
gay
right?
dude. Now I'm a gay dude on Soul Plane.
No, that's what I'm saying. Godfrey, these are just facts.
I'm sorry, Godfrey better than me because I'd have cussed him out right then and there. I'd have been like, yo, you just a fucking hoe nigga. And you jealous of everybody. I'd have cussed him out. I'd have cussed him out. Nobody knows for sure what the story, what's original story was told about the roommate. And you can't, the gay man character is out the window. But we know for sure your ass went on Jerry Springer and got your bitch taken by a woman. You got your chick took by another woman. Not a pretty woman. Another woman that dresses like a man. Your girl thought you was such a corny ass nigga that she went for a woman that dresses and acts like a man. That's one of the most embarrassing things for a man, in my opinion.
Now you cleared up the
facts,
roommate shit.
but
You
gaming.
cleared up the roommate shit. Now it wasn't a roommate. It's just y'all
But
went
why
over
do you
there,
think
and after y'all fucked the bitches, you found out he was gay.
Now, Corey.
Let me just get this clear with you, Godfrey.
Why do you think
I don't think that was the story was changed because he was too fluent when he told it. You know when motherfuckers get to lie, they stall a little bit. You can tell when a person lies. They stutter, they do something to stall to think of their next lie. He didn't stop, stutter. It was just came out fluently. It didn't sound like he was lying to me. It sounded like Corey was lying because you can tell because even when he realized he got the story wrong, he still tried to like pick it apart and spin the narrative some other way. You know you're wrong if you got to keep spinning the narrative.
had a gay
Please,
roommate?
I'm
When
not trying to
did you
talk
hear
over
this,
you,
man?
but I have to make sure you hear this. Godfrey,
no, you
you
misinterpreted.
brought a white man to your house and said you didn't know he was gay.
You've never I didn't know he was.
Wait. So because he was white, he was supposed to know he was gay. Oh, that makes it a lot better. Yo, this nigga is like a 5-year-old, bro. He's like a teenager. He's like a child, yo. It's like he never developed past high school. He got childish female tendencies, like female high school tendencies.
He's gay, dude. This is 98, bro. This motherfucker came out like 15 years later. Do you understand
So he
that?
didn't come out and say he was gay till like 2013?
Yeah, because he kicked out of the synagogue.
He was fucking chicks.
So at the time when this happened, he didn't admit that he was gay. He said he admitted that he was bisexual. And from there, and then the next 15 years, he was just bisexual. And then he finally came out 15 years later as fully gay. That's what I'm getting from the story. Yo, this nigga, yo, you need to do something with your neck, bro. This nigga ain't got no neck. And he be trying to wear them little tight shirts, nigga. They ain't your shirts. He be wearing these tight ass shirts. You see, they be looking like them. What's that running back that used to play for Dallas? They used to wear them slit shirts. Zeke Elliott, I think that's his name. He be wearing them Zeke Elliott practice t-shirts.
He was fucking chicks, bro.
He was fucking chicks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because he was a cantor in the synagogue. He couldn't tell them motherfuckers.
Puffy
man.
fuck chicks.
What'd you just say?
Nobody knew he was gay.
They didn't know he was gay, dude.
He didn't come out.
What's wrong?
And he's still missing the part where he said he was Jewish, so he had to hide it. He keeps skipping over that part.
Godfrey, okay.
Yeah,
Godfrey,
they got
I'm
Mr.
wrong.
Brown neck.
You didn't know he was gay.
No,
and
you
you
are
just went
wrong,
with him to
sir.
smash some bitches. All right.
Wait, no.
But
Don't you go
Godfrey,
make a new episode. And
I want you to know, even if you are gay, I still like you.
Son of
Oh
a
my God,
bitch.
See? Bro. Yo, you's a nut. Like, this is some nut shit, bro. Like, he just proved that you were wrong about everything that you said, and you still trying to push the narrative.
You are my friend.
I don't think Godfrey's gay. Like, he follows. His roots are in Nigeria. He's Nigerian, and he still follows those traditions. Now, if you know about Africa right now, they not playing that shit. They are not playing that LGBT community shit. They're not tolerating it at all. And one of the worst things you can do, like as a foreigner, a lot of like foreign countries, like dishonoring the family is one of the worst things you can do. Hold on. Yeah, you remember that, John? Why are you gay? I used to use that meme about YP. Why are you gay? He said the man looks like Aaron Neville. This nigga stupid. Jada is fucking retarded. He said that nigga look like Aaron Neville. Ooh.
He's
Godfrey, I just want you to know,
such
I
an
believe
Hey,
that
Corey.
things have
Hey,
happened
Corey,
in your
Corey.
life
Corey,
that you
remember-
don't want to talk about.
Hey,
Like I said, if you've been in over 3 or more movies,
You have.
what I
You have. We
said
saw
was
yours.
you
You've been in
probably
3 or
had
more
a
movies,
dick in your
Corey.
head.
Corey, you were on a series. You've been on a series and you have more than 3 movies.
So going off Corey's logic, didn't somebody say earlier, it sounds like Corey is projecting. He's accusing anybody that had 3 or more movies that they probably had some type of gay relationships. And they was in 4 movies and sitcoms. I repeat, Corey was in 4 movies and some sitcoms. Get out the bowl.
So you might be getting booty, dick in the ass too, bro.
Right. It's natural for people to be like, you did it too.
No, it's not
But
natural.
that's
We saw
not
you. We
what's
saw your
happening
resume.
here.
You got more.
You see what I mean? He's a fucking hypocrite. The nigga is one of the biggest fucking hypocrites in the world. So he can project that on anybody else, even though he has either the same credentials or more. And then when somebody like, all right, well then that's the same case for you. I ain't like that. This nigga here. I couldn't do an interview with him. I wound up smacking the shit out of his big ass. You could tell he one of them big soft ass niggas that just never had to get. Usually big niggas like that, they never really got into that many fights because they've been big their whole life, and people didn't really fuck with them like that. So they really didn't have to do too much fighting. But a lot of big niggas ain't as tough or good a fighter as you may think they are. He said Corey was in Backbreaker. And I couldn't do an interview with him. I probably wound up smacking the shit out of his bitch ass.
Movies, then 3. You got.
I know for sure I'll be calling out his bitch nigga tendencies. I know for sure. The first thing I'm gonna do before we start off. Let me start by saying this, Corey. You talk a lot about shit about hoe niggas and women, this, that, and the third, but you got a lot of hoe nigga and female tendencies. And as soon as he asks, I'm gonna list them all out.
You had a dick in your ass.
Corey, you were on a series. You've been on a series and you have more than 3 movies. So you might be getting dick in the ass too, bro.
Right. It's natural for people to be like, you did it too.
No, it's not natural. We saw your resume.
Here.
You see how he tried to it's natural for people to be like, you did it too. Well, that's what you implied. You said anybody that got 3 or 4 movies probably had a dick in their ass. You got 4 movies and a couple sitcoms under your belt. And then when somebody point that fact out, it's natural for them to say that. Nah, nigga. Stand on what you said. It is only nonsense when it applies to him.
More movies than 3. You got.
I probably did more movies. I don't chase.
You probably did more movies, nigga. You know how many movies you was in.
I don't chase movies because it ain't no money in it for a nigga like me until the money get cracking. But I'm not. That's why I said you probably had a dick in your ass. But I'm coming out with facts, Godfrey.
You're not coming
out with facts. He just literally proved that everything that you said was totally wrong. So what the fuck did you say that was facts? You see what I mean? That is a female tendency, not being able to hold himself accountable when he's wrong. That's a female trait.
Coming out with facts. Corey. Your name was Gayman in the first movie. Is that a lie?
Yeah, my name's Gayman, but was I gay? I was in a fucking hot.
Yeah, his name was Gayman in the movie, but the character wasn't gay. So what does that mean? It's because he played a character with the last name whose last name was Gayman, but the character wasn't gay, and the character got offended when you implied what Corey is implying about the name. And you're still trying to run with that and twist that. Like, bro, you just admit that you lost the argument. Admit that you was wrong. Admit that you was on some whole nigga shit. And that's my biggest issue with that nigga. He could never admit when he's wrong. You said he never gonna get a big movie role. Oh, I just now got the alert. Why would you give me an alert for it now when I already responded to it? Damn. I thought we hit our goal. I was gonna say, Nico, what you send another $10 for? I thought I hit my goal. You said he's never going to get a big money role in the movie. No, he's not. He's not funny enough. He's not likable enough. And, he's not, he only got one type of comedy. He's not diverse when it comes to comedy. He swear he's so amazing in comedy, but I've only ever heard you. I've seen Corey's shit, and I've known Corey says Comic View, and then the Shaq All-Star joined. For real, if it wasn't for that Shaq All-Star comedy, nobody would know who the fuck Corey was. You said found the sound. From the sound of it, it sounds like Corey done had dick in his ass. Right. So he think everybody else done it. That was another point that I was going to bring up too. Like, why are you so paranoid about? You only accuse people of things that you know that you're capable of. Usually, when motherfuckers throw false allegations at somebody, they're accusing that person mainly because they're projecting, or they know that they're capable of it, so they believe everybody else. Yeah, it was the Def Jam joint. No. It wasn't Def Jam. It was Comic View and the All Star joint. Was it the Def Jam joint or All Star? You know what I'm talking about? I had the purple thing on at the bottom. It had the purple label at the bottom. I'm not sure if it was the Shaq joint or the All Star joint. He said he traumatized from the foxhole. Yeah, he was the dude that laughed at his own jokes and he was sitting out there drinking. Every fucking show, he out there drunk. And you can tell he drunk because he slurs. It was a Shaq All-Star weekend, right? When he had the golf hat on, he had braids. He had the little bit of hang time. His hang time didn't even drop. It just stuck to his neck. Bro, if you get your hair braided and your hang time doesn't hang just a little bit at the end, let that shit grow out a little bit longer. It ain't ready.
Jacuzzi with some hoes. Fuck are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. He was in the jacuzzi with hoes.
Damn.
TD Jakes fuck hoes too.
No, the fuck he don't. Bro, what is you like? See, this is what I mean. Like he moves the goalposts so fucking much, bro. Just admit that you was wrong and you ain't know what the fuck you was talking about. He said he had neck time. Right. His hang time was definitely on the bench. That's what we used to say in Philly. If you ain't had no hang time, your hang time on the bench, bro. It ain't starting. You said here's a bit from his Def Comedy Jam. Let me see. Oh, I remember this.
Sugar daddy. And that man, just dirty. And they house.
I remember this. I remember this. Yeah, it was Def Jam. I remember this. It definitely was Def Jam.
I remember this. I remember this.
I remember it now. It definitely was Def Jam.
I'm just getting it to you.
Yo, Corey, man.
I'm speaking facts. I thought about these facts. That's why
you're not speaking facts about my life. And another thing
I can't say you're gay, Godfrey. All I can say is...
And that's another thing. He swear he knows niggas' lives inside out. But then as soon as you point some shit out about his life, you don't know? You don't know me? You don't know what I did. Nigga, so it's okay for you to act like you're an expert in everybody else's life and everybody else's relationships, but then as soon as somebody points your shit out. I'm not gonna lie, he did bomb the shit out of Tasha K too. I was watching that. He went at Tasha K during this live too. This ain't the clip, but it's another clip where Tasha K basically is trying to she went at Corey, implying that Corey's wife left him because he's sleeping with Darlene. And he fucked up for what he did to his daughter. And what Corey said was Tasha is just like, she act like she care, but she don't. She's just trying to get some views. And you're using the black family dynamic to do it, to trying to get between the black families to do it. And I agree with that. But what he said about calling his daughter a bitch, he talking about it was a joke. That wasn't no joke. You was dead fucking serious, nigga. Any nigga that can call his daughter a bitch in public, especially in public, nigga, It's one thing to be calling your daughter a bitch, but to public in public and say fuck her, I can make another one. You was dead fucking serious, nigga. You was a nut.
Is the company you keep.
Man,
Sometimes you be like, fuck it, let's sleep.
Oh.
Bro.
He's a fucking asshole.
You see what I mean? He keeps trying to move the goalpost, nigga. You just admit that you was wrong.
Godfrey, I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying. Well, y'all didn't. I felt like you took Ashy Larry's side on the show.
We just said he did not. I think
y'all
he's
did.
funny.
The one brother
He didn't take his side. He just said, I think he's funny. I don't agree with Corey when he said that he's a mild comedian. I think he's funny. What the fuck was wrong with that? He didn't take no sides. And this is what I mean. That's a female tendency. Mr. Switchy, what's up? That's a female tendency.
What's his name? Dante? My brother Dante said my credibility is in question. That hurt me a lot, but I don't take it personally.
Hold on.
So Dante said something that Corey. Wait, Dante said what?
Yes, y'all did. The one brother, what's his name? Dante? My brother Dante said my credibility is in question. That hurt me a lot, but
your credibility is in question, nigga. You keep talking about how you the best of the best, but have nothing to show and prove it. That's questionable. You be bombing on everybody else's special and don't have a special yourself. That's questionable. You have a fucking, that's what it was. He was butthurt that the nigga told the truth about him. That's what it is. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. You was butthurt that nigga called you out.
Ashy Larry's side on the show.
We did not. I think y'all
did. The one brother, what's his name? Dante? My brother Dante said my credibility is in question. That hurt me a lot, but I don't.
If that hurt you enough to throw your friend, and it wasn't even so. What was said? Whatever that was said about his credibility being in question didn't even come out of Godfrey's mouth. That's a friend. That don't sound like a friend to me. That don't sound like somebody I would want to even make my friend. If you can throw me under the bus for some shit somebody else said that hurt your feelings, you're a stone cold, you're a pure nut. If he acted like that around here, somebody would have whooped his ass by now.
Don't take it personally.
Hold on. Let Dante speak. Go ahead.
I didn't know the whole Corey.
What's up, Dante? This is the first time we talk.
Whoa, Dante, what's that in your ear, bro?
I didn't know the whole Corey.
The fuck is that in his ear? Is that a skull? Bro, you ain't got no type of neck. This nigga ain't got no neck. Let me see that microphone. That nigga said, let me see. Curry! That nigga ain't got no neck. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
What's up, Dante? This is the first time we talk.
That's who they modeled that song after, because I always wonder why I skipped the head. Why I skipped from head to shoulders and leave out the neck. Now we know why. They was talking about him. He said that nigga got a potato in his ear.
We hung out from back in the days with Patrice. But anyway, look, I didn't know the whole story. Right.
And what did I say?
I didn't know the whole story, and you said that he wasn't funny. Yes?
I said on stage, Dante, mild. Where everybody heard it, he's mild. Did you see his special?
Mild is basically implying that he's not funny. And then you keep talking about people's specials and ain't got none. All right, this is how I prove that Corey is full of shit, and that ain't the reason why he ain't ahead. How do you explain comedians like Desi Banks, Jess Hilarious, who I believe he's jealous of, in Country Wayne. Even Country Wayne got a special on Netflix. And Wayne ain't crossed over to Hollywood. Wayne been doing all this shit himself, independently, and still got him a Netflix special. How do you explain that? Only way to explain that is that he's funnier than you. You get where I'm going with this? If your story was true, people like Crunchy Wayne and these internet sensations wouldn't be able to cross over the way they did. Country Wayne is just as independent as you are, and started years after you, and he lapped you by now. He's lapped you at least twice. If they was running a race, shit, Desi done lapped him. How do you explain that shit? If it's because they don't want you up there because you a real nigga and this, that, and the third. Well, it's comedians that came straight from YouTube that got the same take the same stance as you do. And they lapped you. They're far ahead of you. How do you explain that?
Special?
Yeah,
I didn't
thought
see
it was
it.
good.
So you saying that's beast mode?
No, I thought the special was
Right.
good. I thought the special was good. Was a good special.
I don't think his special was trash.
As you come in, make sure y'all hitting that like button. And like I said, family, y'all ain't gonna do this to me tonight. God damn it. Well, we had 13, $7 short. Who gonna donate so we reach our goal? You can do it through the Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo is at the top of the chat. Y'all ain't doing this shit to me tonight. I ain't coming back tomorrow if y'all do me like that tonight.
I don't think it was trash.
I didn't see it.
I'm back.
I think it was mild.
You think the
Man,
special was straight trash?
You got to fuck with opioids to laugh hard at that shit.
Look, okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
Look,
let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Out of all of the specials on Netflix, his was the worst special?
no, his special was funny. I did not say
Right,
his
Carolina
special
Kid.
was not
Carolina Kid said he got 5 on it. Who got the other 2?
funny. I did not say he wasn't funny.
But you said Corey did put a special out. I have never heard of it. You said he do have a special, but all right. Can you name the special? That's an even better one. Name one Corey Holcomb special. Just one. If he did have any out, can you name them? What's your favorite joke from that special? Don't worry, I'll wait. What's your favorite joke from that special? Get out the bowl. That's how bad his special was. He put a special out and nobody ever heard of it. Isn't it something about a side baby? You most likely 90% out of the time you're probably right, because that's all he talks about is being ignorant to women and not caring about his kids, treating his kids like they fucking nothing. Those are his biggest jokes. Flushing his baby down the toilet. That was a joke to him. Flushing his baby down the toilet and pretending he cared. That's a joke to him. You can't go mainstream because you're too offensive. You're too ignorant. And you're not that funny. You can only be funny out of ignorance. That's not comedy. That's just an ignorant ass nigga. You said it was a dog tag flash. No, he said I can't name it, but I remember it was a dog tag flash drive. This nigga sold his special on a flash drive, bro. Come on, bro. You hate no niggas who got this shit on Netflix. I think what it really is that he want to get Netflix attention because he wants a special, and they're not giving it to you. He said I can't name one. Right. So for you to keep saying everybody's mild and they're special is corny, where is your fucking resume? What's Corey Holcomb's resume? Because I've heard other comedians like vouch for him, but I felt like they just didn't want to, shit on another comedian. That's Kanye West. Everybody knows who Kanye West was before he sold it on the flash drive. There's a difference. Nobody knew who the fuck Corey Holcomb was when because you got to think about it. If it had to been a couple years ago, it had to been years ago before he started the show, and nobody really knew who the fuck Corey was until the 151 or the whatever show his show is called. That's when he blew up. So Kanye could do that because he had already had millions of fans. Didn't nobody know who the fuck Corey was?
That night at the Laugh Factory, but Dante, he's a mild comedian. He's not beast mode.
I can't say that, man. I've seen that nigga rip, and I used to do Brooklyn, East New York spots with him.
All his fucked up shows, yeah.
When those dudes had those dudes was trying to extort Mike Epps. Darnell was.
But that was all a long time ago.
Yeah,
and he want to get mad when some people don't agree with him. Like people don't. You say he promoted it on the 151 show. Well, obviously, motherfuckers didn't know because ain't nobody buy the shit. Obviously, nobody know. And he act like people can't have bad specials. Shit, Dave Chappelle just dropped a bad special. That's why he was hating on Katt Williams so much, because he mad because when Katt dropped, nobody gave a fuck about his special. And I don't think it was mainly because of Katt, because I watched it before the Katt joint even came out. The shit wasn't funny. It wasn't as funny as the other ones. It was funny, but it was mild. It wasn't what you would expect it. It wasn't that good. It's basically a repeat of the last two ones. His problem with the transgenders and the gay community. He made a few crippled jokes. Like, it was the same, shit.
That was a long time ago, right?
You know how bitches who looked at that club back then look now? You know what else? You know what else? Let me tell y'all something about Donnell. Nobody on the internet said that he wasn't ugly.
Carolina Kid just boosted us up to 18. Who gonna put up that other 2?
That's one thing that wasn't said.
Well, I didn't argue.
Everybody agreed he was ugly.
But did anybody agree that he was mild?
No.
A lot of people look at the. Don't go off me. Go off the comments. Go off the comments.
Nobody did.
I
the people that was in the audience didn't agree with you. That's all you needed right there. When you asked the audience, they told you no, they don't agree with you. So you switched it to him being ugly. Like I said before, moving the goalposts. Carolina Kid, what's up? Like I said, he moves the goalposts. When he's not right about something, he'll quick and jump to something else instead of admitting that he was wrong. And we just watched him do it with the 3 times in a row. In one video, wrong 3 times. And instead of admitting that he was wrong, he moves the goalpost to something else.
And I'm glad y'all called, but I just want y'all to know, man. I didn't say nothing behind y'all back in a way.
No.
It's just when I saw y'all, I felt like y'all was on Donnell's side, and it hurt because Godfrey had just called me, and I told Godfrey I ain't said nothing about fellatio.
Yo, here's my thing. I don't think the nigga's mild.
Again, I don't understand what they said that made you think that they were taking his side. But my main point is, if y'all was close friends and you felt some type of way about, him, what he said about the argument between him and Ashley Larry, why didn't you just call him? Like he did to you. He had a problem with what you were saying, and he called you. Granted, y'all both was live, so it's even. But if you felt some type of way, why didn't you do what he did? Because you's a sucker nigga. You'll go talk shit about somebody before confronting them about it. And anybody that's quick to talk shit about somebody who they claim that was their friend before they actually confront or, let that person know that they felt some type of way, bro, that means he always had some type of hate and envy. Shit, Biggie keep on. This is a picture of Diddy. I mean Biggie sitting next to Diddy in the bathroom. And y'all know Biggie, in the studio. And y'all know Biggie cockeyed it. One eye is looking at, the booth, and the other is looking at Puffy. And it says Biggie got one eye on deck and the other on Puffy, just to make sure. I'm sorry, I was scrolling and I saw that.
I just don't
I'm sorry. I had to say that. That was funny.
think that Donnell is mild.
That's okay. His opinion.
That's your
But
opinion.
what do you
It's
mean
all
by
good.
mild? What do you mean by mild? What does that
And
mean?
I've seen Donnell rip all through Brooklyn, all the hood rooms. He was in them comedy streets. I could testify to that. And
He was buying cocaine at them clubs.
What that got to do with it, bro? You see what I mean? He's moving the goalposts again.
What does that mean?
And I've seen Donnell rip all through Brooklyn, all the hood rooms. He was in them comedy streets. I could testify to that. And
He was buying cocaine at them clubs. So that's why y'all kind of feel sorry for him and try to pep him up. Because if he was getting...
You see what I mean? Then you go into personal shit. This about comedy, my nigga. That's how you know when he's defeated. He gets personal. When a nigga get personal, he defeated. That's a sign that nigga is defeated. And he ain't got no other argument. So he got to go, go at your personal issues or, spin a narrative. That's whole tendencies, bro. I can't express that enough.
high in the 90s and he's still alive. That's fucking amazing.
here's my thing. You said he was ugly. I didn't say nothing. You said he act like a bitch ass dude. I didn't say nothing.
Right.
When you said he wasn't funny,
Hey, Mr. Knowledge, since you came in, what you got on my 40, homie? We're a couple dollars short. We almost there. What you got on my 40, homie?
I think he's funny.
I agree he was funny.
Okay, Dante, that's y'all opinion. I ain't got nothing against y'all opinion.
Corey.
But it seemed like everybody was mad at me because I said
Not
he was
a 40.
mild.
No,
Look, check it out. On the comedy side, we got comedians that go level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's a level 3. That's a serviceable comedian. He's okay if you can't get the guy.
So what level are you, Corey? What if he's a level 3? What level does that make you? Because he's more well known and more famous. He has more credentials, and he probably has more money. So if he's a level 3, what does that make Corey? See, the thing that he doesn't notice, that when you shit on comedians that have a better track record than you, where does that put you? This video is wild. I got to feel that experience. I'm coming back. What you talking about? Hold on. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, that was wild, bro. I remember that. That was wild. I forgot Trey Songz caught Justin Bieber suck some dick in the middle of the club. That's wild, bro. I forgot he did that. Well, now explains why he was with Diddy and where he got it from.
Guy you want to get.
I don't think that.
Man, that's
I
a little
can't go
harsh.
with that. For real, I can't.
Well, I'm telling you, I have nothing against that, Dante and Godfrey. If y'all think, because y'all said he was a beast, and that's fucking ridiculous.
I've watched this nigga murder all the time. I ain't gonna front.
Listen, can I
Just
get
because
the
a
phone?
nigga could do a whole 4 rolls of coke.
And that's another, see, what that got to do with his comedy, bro? This is what he does when people don't agree with him.
That don't make him a beast.
Everybody finna laugh at him.
That just mean that nigga nose is amazing.
Look, I just watched Trump spend $83,000 for fraud, nigga, for defamation of character.
Yo, let me get the phone, son. Yo, Corey.
What up?
You keep saying all that shit.
I
That's
was
what
like,
it's
thought you
gonna
meant,
turn
he
into.
wasn't funny.
You
That's
from
wild.
Chicago, you know what mild is. We eat mild sauce when we don't want hot sauce. We ain't ready for the heat. He's mild. You don't need water to lick your fingers with him.
There's a lot of niggas I would say mild. I wouldn't say Donnell's mild.
Donnell Rollins has done, like, when I would come around Chappelle, Donnell will act real like a bitch with me. Like, he'd be on real funny acting with me. So all this shit with the Chappelle shit and all that, I agree with you on all of that other shit. Like, but I said Donnell's funny to me, but I didn't see his special.
And I didn't speak on Chappelle.
Talking to the
What'd you say?
He not no matter how much you crack jokes, it seems like and I fucks with Godfrey and the Bull for standing on what they said, because no matter how much you try to, buddy with them and make them laugh all the jokes, they still not folding on their stance. You were wrong.
Say?
I didn't shit on Chappelle. What
I know you didn't shit on Chappelle. I'm just talking
bombing.
about.
You definitely did shit on Chappelle, but he was telling the truth. Now that I seen Chappelle's last special, because at first I felt like he was hating on Chappelle, but after watching Chappelle's last special, Corey might have been on to something with that. You just don't see you only see the good parts. And matter of fact, Chappelle's even admitted in some of his specials that he bombed. He admitted the shit.
I got facts behind that.
Listen.
I didn't say
Corey,
he wasn't a great actor.
I agree with 95% of the shit you say. Do you know that? I'm like, yup. I'm always.
But I said you be with niggas.
But what'd you say?
I said you be with niggas.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Godfrey. I gotta finish my show. Hey man, thanks y'all for calling me, because it ain't no hate. It ain't hate. It's just.
Hey, I'm coming on 50.
Bro, that was pure hatred. That was pure hate. The fuck is you talking about? That was pure fucking
Start
hate.
with bad.
Okay. All right. Now let's jump into this Joe Rogan, Katt Williams. John, I'm probably gonna do a part one.
Been killed in one of those ways. There was a finance.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
I'm gonna give it a bean. This so far, this conversation don't seem interesting at all, and I didn't think that it would be. I didn't expect it to be as controversial as the Club Shay Shay one, because Joe Rogan, like, I don't know, it's just a different conversation. But we'll see.
We're going through camp.
You know what? I think I'm a find something else, because it seems like I will have to go through this to find the parts that we would want to listen to. So let me take tonight to highlight the parts, because this part is boring and I don't feel like sitting through it. I just want to highlight the parts that was good. But I did just see Whack 100 go at Meek Mill.
YouTube chicks.
Get
ready. You know what to do, chicks.
Look at Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
The governor
Wait, hold on. We talking about the governor? Listen, man, I asked you guys in the last video, is Meek Mill snitching on academics when he said, yo, the governor called me and checked me. I took it down after I explained to him that this is the guy that powered the biggest rap beefs that killed some of my friends playing undercover. According to the gangster rule book, if you guys reference.
I mean, the mayor isn't the police, but Meek, what the fuck, bro? I can't defend you on this one. There's no defending that. You know the rules. You said that part was boring. It's just not full of drama to sound exciting. But if you only knew what they were talking about, see, that's why I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I'm gonna do a live on that by itself. That way we have time. If we do gotta go through it, we'll have time. We only got like 15, 20 minutes left. So ain't no point in starting it. And once it get good, I have to stop. So I'll save it for tomorrow morning. That way I can do a whole 2-3 hour live on just that interview itself. But back to this. Meek. You are making it harder and harder every time you open your fucking mouth for people to defend you. Just shut the fuck up, bro. That was your biggest problem in the beginning. You didn't know how to shut the fuck up. And everybody know I'm a diehard Meek fan, but I can't stand by this one, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Because every time you open your mouth, you dig the hole deeper. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It needs a full breakdown. I feel like that would need a full breakdown. So I'm gonna give that a whole live.
Chapter 6, third paragraph to the bottom, it says, thou shalt not tell anything. I'm not even sure why Meek would actually tweet this. This only makes you look bad, especially when it's not even against somebody that's in the street. It's against academics who's a blogger. And there's
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You notice Usher ain't said a fucking word. And anybody else that was implicated in that shit. I understand for a straight man that you know has a gangster image, it's hard not to say something, but nigga, in your case, you don't know the right things to say. So I suggest you just shut the fuck up, bro. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Don't, if it ain't true, then leave it the fuck alone, bro. You said your piece. You said nah, nobody played with me like that. Okay, that's it. You going back and forth with academics, digging this hole deeper, bro. Just shut the fuck up. Why can't you just do that?
anybody else find it kind of strange that the
Y'all gonna do me like that? We only a couple dollars short. Y'all gonna 2 nights in a row? Oh, you disloyal motherfuckers. I ain't talking to you, Carolina kid. You've been my number one supporter. All you disloyal motherfuckers. Yeah, but and the only problem I have with this is whack. You stay in the middle of somebody's shit, bro. Mind your fucking business, bro. Because your credibility is in question. You always talking about getting down and squabbling. I saw you fight those white men. You cannot fight. You swing with one swing. You only swing one punch, the right overhand, haymaker, and you don't even look where you swinging. You swing with your head down. All one of them white dudes had to do was uppercut the shit out you, and you would have went sleep. Night. This nigga, he fought like one of those, bitch. Remember how I say the gay dudes got that one right hand with the palm? That's what it looked like to me. Just because you knocked, what's the bull, Stitches out when he wasn't looking, don't mean you can fight. Anybody can get knocked out if they don't know it's coming, and you hit the right button, that button on the chin. The combination of them being unaware, embracing themselves, and you hitting that button on the chin, anybody's going down. But ain't there a vid footage of you knocked the fuck out? And then you got up talking about where he at? The boy knocked you the fuck out so bad that You was asleep for so long that the nigga left the club, got in his car, and was damn near home by the time you woke up and started looking for him. The nigga was damn near asleep. I mean, he was so fucking asleep. The nigga was, you talking about the nigga was so fucking asleep that by the time he realized what happened to him, that nigga was already gone at home watching it on the news. Hold on, let me see. This nigga cannot fight, bro. You can look at this nigga and easily tell that he cannot fucking fight. Look at him. He throws one punch and it's all.
Oh, dropped him.
Look at him. What the fuck is that?
Oh.
Bro, what the fuck is that, bro? Get down. And you fight with your booty out. Any nigga that fight with his booty out like this. Yeah. That nigga can't fight. He don't even got no balance when he throw a punch, bro. You don't even have balance when you throw your punches.
Oh, dropped him.
Woo! Get out!
Oh.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Hey, get his plate. Get
all that!
Get his fucking plate.
Get all that! You touch me, nigga! You tried to rush me, nigga! Yeah, get out!
Damn.
You going to bed! Hey, bro, I paid no property taxes.
Off balance. All this, the almost off balance shit I haven't seen in my life.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie. He did do a good job in circling around these guys so they didn't get inside or be able to surround him. That was good. But the fact that he knocked the two bulls out who clearly couldn't fight either overshadowed the fact that this nigga fights like a woman. Like I said, I am 5'10", 125, 30 pounds soaking wet, and I knock whack the fuck out. Same thing for Hassan Campbell. Same thing for YP. I will knock these niggas the fuck out. I've seen every last one of these niggas fight except for Hassan. But you can look at Hassan and tell that nigga can't fight. You can just look at that nigga and tell he can't fight. But YP, and I've seen both of these niggas fight. And you can literally tell that these niggas can't fight. For real, for real. I've never seen a grown-ass man that claims he's such a good fighter. Yeah, he had good distance. You know, he kept, you know, he did do good by staying outside and circling around and not letting them surround him. That's the only fight experience I can see. But far as him throwing the actual punches, nigga, you only throw one fucking punch and then you throw it with your head down. Yeah, it was Nip Security that knocked him out, right? I'm going to play that next. The nigga was asleep for so long that by the time he got up and wanted to get his revenge, the nigga was at home on the couch eating steak, watching it on YouTube.
Oh, dropped him.
Woo, what the fuck is that?
Get out!
Oh.
What the fuck, bro?
Get out! Get out!
Both of those punches he threw. The first punch, he got lucky. The first bull he knocked out, he got lucky. The bull was off balance, and he was trying to shift his body. And I ain't gonna lie, he caught him at the right time. But it was a lucky punch. But he did catch him at the right time. It was just good timing.
Oh, dropped him.
But look when he squares up. You can tell that he can't do it again.
Woo! Get out!
Oh, this nigga not even trying.
Woo!
The bull barely dipped. The bull barely dipped. And he still missed by a mile. Yeah, I think YP will beat Whack the fuck up too. I think YP would beat Wack the fuck up too. The one thing I can vouch for when it comes to YP is he fight better than Wack. I tell you that. Look at this white boy. You can tell the white boy can't fight. Look, he fight with it. Look at his pinky. Any nigga that put his hands up and that pinky out ain't never fought. And this thing that motherfuckers do. Come on. Nigga do that shit to me. I know for a fact you ain't got no real fighting experience. Cause no real trained fighter or any like good fighter is going. You ever see these when niggas do this? What the fuck is that? Is that supposed to distract me? All you doing is just leaving a clear lane for me to jab you in your fucking mouth.
Get out!
Oh!
He missed by a fucking mile. And his back leg went up. Look, the nigga threw a punch and his back leg went up like he.
Get out! Get out!
He. You ever see a girl hug somebody and they put that back leg up? That's what it looked like.
Oh!
Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out!
Hey, get his plate. Get his
Get
plate.
all that!
Get his fucking plate.
Get all that! You touched me, nigga! You tried to rush me, nigga! Yeah, get out!
Damn.
You going to bed?
I ain't gonna lie, that bald head boy that got knocked out ain't want no more problems. He was done after that. Look, he even looked at the camera. Look, I'm cool.
Get out!
Look out the white boy.
Get out!
Hey, get his plate. Get his
Get all
plate.
that!
How you got the same fighting stance as the white bull? I ain't gonna lie. From this angle, it looked like that white bull was waiting for the right opportunity to roundhouse kick the shit out of him. It looked like he was saving that back leg to roundhouse him. That's what it looked like at first. I thought he was setting him up for a roundhouse.
Get out!
Or a front leg.
Oh!
Get out!
Look, the bull barely dipped.
Get out!
He missed by a fucking
Get out!
mile.
Get out!
Hey, get his
Get
plate.
down.
Get his
Get all
plate.
that!
Get his fucking plate.
Get all that! You touched me, nigga! You tried to rush me, nigga! Yeah, get out!
Damn.
You going to bed? Hey, bro, I paid a little property tax to this. Y'all got that buffer?
This shit.
Bag of Boston, homie. Straight up. Hey, I'm telling you, bag of Boston. Then you don't tell me to go nowhere, homie.
Shit.
Yeah, I knock Wack the fuck out, bro. That nigga cannot fight. Now let's watch this nigga get knocked out. This nigga was so sleep that when he finally woke up, and he always talking about ain't no footage of me getting knocked out, cause you bought it. And that's his argument against this. When somebody be like, nigga, didn't you get knocked out on camera? He was like, ain't no footage of it. Cause you bought it. That's why. If you can get niggas sex tape, of course you gonna be able to have access to yourself getting knocked the fuck out. You probably bought it. 9 times out of 10. Yeah. Carolina Kid and I forgot to say this too. Carolina Kid and Crawl Marketing. I don't know who that is, but I really appreciate it. For the plug, great show. Tara, Tyra, is that how you say it? I don't know how to pronounce it. But whoever Cash App that was Crawl Marketing and Carolina Kid, appreciate y'all. The rest of y'all, fuck you niggas. It's like, nah. Y'all my niggas. The nigga could barely stand up straight. He's still trying to get his fucking feet together. This nigga still trying to get his feet together. He still want to fight. Nigga, sit your old ass down. Rat.
Hey, you ain't gotta grab me like that. I got you.
Did I hear who? Wait. You hear him say? Wait, you hear him say he a dope fiend? Then go to do a video of him saying he's a dope fiend. Stitches. Oh yeah. I think if they would have stood toe to toe, Stitches probably would have fucked him up. And I think Game was scared of Stitches that night. Game can't fight neither. Well, you can tell Game couldn't fight when he got into that scuffle on the basketball court with his teammate, and the bull was giving it to him. And when he beat up the bull Glock 40. He another one. Don't reply much. Long time fan. Oh, that's who it is. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't want to butcher it because I know how it feels. My name gets butchered. My YouTube name and my real life name gets butchered all the time. But I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your support and you being here, even if you're not in the chat as much. The fact that you still watch. I mean, I don't like to be in the chat a lot neither when I'm watching shit. So I understand that. Yeah, Stitch is a big nigga. That's why he snuck him. That's why he waited until Stitches was not looking. But this nigga knocked him out. This nigga wake up 10 minutes later, still trying to get his feet together. Where he at? Nah, blood on Pyro. And then you keep saying there's no footage of you getting knocked out, but on this footage, you're admitting that the bull knocked you the fuck out. He said, no, this nigga knocked me out. We don't need the footage. It came out your mouth. And we see you trying to get your feet together, looking for the nigga dizzy. You know what it mainly was? He was embarrassed. And he wanted to try to redeem himself because he was embarrassed. You talk all this tough Tony shit and somebody knocks you the fuck out in front of the whole world and you embarrassed. That's why you looking for somebody that clearly ain't there. They telling you he ain't here no more. The nigga left. No, blood, where he at? Where he at? I know you're a little dizzy. Wait, first of all, how many fingers am I holding up? 7, blood. Why? 7? Oh, yeah. He fucked you up. Whack, he ain't even here no more. That nigga at home. That's what they should have did. First of all, Whack, before you do anything, how many fingers am I holding up? On Pyro, that's 7, blood. 7?
Hey, you ain't gotta grab me like that. I got you.
Yeah, I seen that. Bro, if you really want to get paid, the Bulls barely hold you back too. I can't stand that when niggas act tough and you can tell that the person that's holding them back ain't really trying, and if they really wanted to, they can get around that nigga. I know the dude is big, but Wack ain't little himself, and the dude is just little small shoves. Like, come on, Wack. If Wack really wanted to, he could have, what the linemen do, bump and pass. Is that what they call the bump and pass? He could have did that and got around him. You ain't really want to get around that nigga. You ain't really want to go back to sleep that night. He ain't want to go back to sleep that night.
Okay, he gone. Okay, he's already left.
Look, they're telling him he left. You still did.
I got one around when niggas don't see him. No, we ain't trying to run with him. You knock me over the coach, my nigga. We gotta get out.
You said, see, this is how I know you use a fraud ass nigga. When somebody brought it up to you, you said that there's no video or evidence of you getting knocked out, and you never got knocked out. But in this video, you clearly said 3 times, this nigga knocked me out. We got to get down. This nigga knocked me out. We got to get down, blood. So because it ain't no video, you change the narrative. But you can't really change the narrative when it's coming out your own mouth. You dizzied in the motherfucker. You still trying to get your feet together. You can barely see what's in front of you, obviously, because you keep bumping into niggas that's standing right in front of you. You got knocked out, nigga. It's okay. It happens to the best. I mean, I haven't been knocked out by other people, but I have knocked myself out in a wrestling match, suplexing somebody. In wrestling, when you go for the slam, you got to let them down. You can't, I ain't followed that rule. And I did a back suplex and I hit my own head. I still won the match because it was only a couple seconds left. But I never did that shit again.
Right here. I don't know what was going on right here. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on. Over here.
Why he chasing the nigga that ain't got nothing to do with it? And now he just want to take it out on anybody to redeem himself. That's what it looked like. He just wanted to redeem himself.
Right here. I don't know what was going on right here. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on. Over here.
So I guess that was one of the bulls who knocked him out friend. But why did the bull take his jacket off like he was going to skull? It looked like he was ready to fight, preparing to fight Whack 1-on-1, and he thought he was going to get jumped, so he ran. That's I hope that's the explanation for that. But I proved my point, nigga. You the last person to be talking. So let's hear what Whack had to say about Meek, and then we're gonna wrap this up. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna do the Katt Williams joint. Put a 1 in the chat if you won't be here tomorrow for the Katt. If y'all want me to do the Katt Williams tomorrow morning, well, afternoon. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all would like to do that. And while I got y'all here, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to do the joint tomorrow, and put a yes or no if you would like me to start covering the Nature Boy trial. Because I be honest with you, I really don't care. I feel like, the mission is complete, but apparently people want to still follow the story. So, would you guys like me to do that as well? I put a vote out in my what's that shit called? The community tab. Majority of the vote, I only got like 20 votes that I know of so far, but majority says they want me to cover it. I really didn't care. That's why I never really talked about it, because I felt like after he got locked up, mission complete. But if you guys want to still follow his trial, just let me know. Job complete, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, thank you. That's why I don't understand why people are still dying. The job is fucking complete.
The governor has Meek Mill's direct number? Like, how often do you guys talk? How often does he?
Wait a minute. So because Meek Mills has ties with the governor, that makes him a snitch? What he did it wasn't really snitching, because academics ain't in the streets. And all he did was say is, this is a guy who instigated a lot of murders. But I don't got no fucking Roku. Why am I getting an update for Roku? But him having a connection with the mayor. See, this is what I don't get. When rappers and black people have a connection with the mayor, they snitching, they dry snitching, but it was okay for John Gotti and Al Capone and all them white mafia motherfuckers to have the mayor and the officials in their back fucking pocket. That's gangster. You said when, oh boy, for a strawberry, it was true. Oh.
Call you to catch up, especially somebody that's still rapping about the streets, still hanging around street guys. It just all kind of looks bizarre. Now, Wack 100, who's our street residency expert, you guys knew Wack was gonna have something to say about this. Him and Meek have had their back and forth in the past. Wack 100 reacted to the Meek Mill tweet. He said, wait, hold on. Am I the only one seeing this? The governor? Explain to the governor this man is the one responsible for what? Man, look, kill the selective politics. Meek Mill, just say you're a reformed civilian and keep all the street gangster tell shit out your mouth. Nothing is.
He been telling you that since he got out of jail and started the reform movement. He's a reformed civilian. He's not in the streets no more. He's a celebrity. I know he portrays the gangster image, but how many rappers do this? Damn near every rapper today. 90% of the rappers probably have never stepped one foot in the fucking streets or did any of the shit that they say that they do. But it ain't no problem with that. See, it seems like people just want to hate Meek Mills. That's my only problem. I admit that most of the shit that Meek does is either impossible or hard to defend. And he needs to shut the fuck up sometimes. But for the most part, it seems like motherfuckers want to hate Meek. You know? It seems like even if, he does something outstanding, it seems like they want to hate him. And that's my problem. But I agree that Meek needs to shut the fuck up.
What's wrong with being normal? Academics gives you his address, you're no-show. Instead, you can find in the law of the land. Hashtag.
Wait, when did Act give him his address? Because I remember when Act, when you talking about when Act gave him his address and told him if he pulled up, he's calling the cops immediately? Are you talking about that? See what I mean? These niggas be on some weird selective shit. You missed the part where Act told Meek that if he pulls up, he gave him his address and told him that if he pulls up on him, he's calling the police immediately. I'm not showing up neither. He called Big U a snitch for self-gratification deal. He was, yup. And that's fucked up how he did Big U.
Tag the governor. Hashtag Act 1, Meek 0. Now, Wack, I don't know about killing the whole selective politics thing because Wack definitely engages in selective politics.
Right.
But this is exactly why Meek is not supposed to engage with academics online. We all know
Wack is the biggest nigga known for selective politics on YouTube.
Meek does not want to go back to jail. So if academics gives you his address or if academics tells you to pull up and you don't, the internet is going to call you pussy. If you pull up or if you send your goons, you're going to end up being the one catching the charge for it.
Exactly. It's a lose-lose. It's the same thing I say with Hassan Campbell. It's a lose-lose. That's why Hassan Campbell is always telling me, meet me at my house. If you meet that person at the house, it's a lose-lose. Because if you whoop their ass or kill them, not only are you breaking and entering, trespassing, you got murder. But if he does something to you, he got self-defense. And it's the same situation for Act. Act told him to pull up, and I'm calling the cops. Gave him his address and told him I'm calling the cops. So because he don't want to go to jail and throw his whole career away because his whole family depend on him, he's a bitch. He said, "Act is meat kryptonite." It do be looking like that sometimes.
These are the kind of situations that you handle in person. If you ever ran into academics, you're supposed to get busy. I'm not going to sit up here and try to discredit Meek, but I do think it's time for him to elevate. Not just talking about it in your music, not just posting about it on Instagram, but you really got to show it in your character. Get off Twitter because Twitter has done nothing but bring destruction to your life. You guys get in the comments below.
See, this is why I fuck with Chig Smooth, because he don't pull no punches. Even if he don't like the person, he don't pull no punches. He tells it like it is. No matter how much, he doesn't like a person or how much he likes a person. He doesn't lie or, spin narratives and cut corners. That's why I fuck with Chigs. I ain't even see this video yet. I discovered it as we were doing the Katt Williams show. That's why I fuck with Chigs. He keeps it real.
Below to what you guys think about Wack telling Meek to stop acting tough. He wants him to come out and be a reformed civilian. Post comments below. Subscribe to my channel, like this video.
And Wack, how you gonna tell somebody that's 20 years younger than you to be a full reformed civilian, and you 50 years old talking about pyro and blood? I'ma keep it a bean. In my humble opinion, if you are 25, I'll give you 25. I shouldn't even give you that. You are 25 and up, still gangbanging. Kill yourself. You're a lost cause. And if you are, you better be the top fucking honcho. If you over 25 and you still in the streets hustling and gangbanging, you either need to be the main plug that's supplying the fucking city, or the shot caller, or the number one in the head of the gang. If you're not, you're just in it for the fucking publicity. You're in it for the like Mike Epps said. If you been selling an 8-ball for 30 years, just go and get a job. You in it for the lifestyle, not the money. And that's how I feel about Wack. Nigga, you in it for the life. You in it for the publicity and the clout from it. You 50 years old still talking about blood, pyro in your sentences, nigga. And going to tell somebody 20 years younger than you, almost 20 years younger than you, that he needs to be a reformed civilian? No, you need to be a reformed civilian, my nigga. Same thing I tell you, Zip with the tits, Yik Yuck Urinal Zip, Hassan Campbell, and some of these other old niggas. It's time for you niggas to hang it up. It's time for you to start putting on them polos, them golf hats, them slacks, and them orthopedic shoes. You're getting around that time, my nigga. You trying to act like you still young and hip at 50 fucking years old. Oh my God, these niggas is crazy. But that's where I'm going to stop this shit at. I'm going to be back tomorrow afternoon to cover that Katt Williams joint. And then next, probably after that, I might cover the Nature Boy joint. I'm going to check these votes out and see what it's looking like. Because there's only 20 votes. And majority of them say yes. But I need more. I need more confirmation than that. So I ain't gonna be, I want to do videos that my audience want to watch, other than fucking Farrell. 28 votes. 61% says yes, 39 says no. So I'm gonna come back with that Katt Williams interview, and we'll go from there. We'll get on out of here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that stopped by. Like I said, every live stream is y'all. Always y'all who make these lives lit. To everybody that donated, give them a loud pack tonight. Carolina Kid. The last person I mentioned, I don't want to fuck up your name, Neekwa B. And everybody else that donated. I appreciate y'all love and support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Make sure it's on all so you can be alerted and notified whenever Remy drop this heat. It's your boy, the one and only, Brenda's baby. The only one. Brenda only had one baby. Here I is. Remy El Ma'at. You were just tuned in to Rem TV. I see y'all when I see y'all. Until then, get out the bowl.